Hey up guys, welcome to my FIFA 18 Road to Glory, where the aim of the series is to show you what can be achieved in FIFA 18 without putting any money into the game and without buying FIFA points. There was a thread on Reddit on Thursday where someone had posted a screenshot of their emails from Microsoft for FIFA points that they bought. There looked to be about £2,000 worth on the screen. Now, I'm not condemning them. If I was rich, I'd probably be doing something similar. People pay for their hobbies the way they want to, but the reason I'm bringing it up is in the comments of the Reddit thread he said his best pull was Chiellini. He got no inform over 81 rated and only packed 2 ones to watch cards, and they were Bruma and Traore, who are 2 of the cheapest. That is terrible pack luck, and certainly makes me feel a lot better about mine and what we're getting on this channel. You'll have seen in the last video, when it went live, that my marquee matchup investments didn't come to fruition. The idea though is always to get in early enough that you don't lose any coins, and if there's lots of hype around a game, make sure you sell beforehand, because EA have been known to throw some curveballs, missing out some big derbies for example. My thoughts at this stage of the game were to, along with the low risk inform investing from the previous episodes, work up from the cheapest squad building challenges, which you'll see shortly. My feeling was there was high demand for usable players as FUT Champs were starting. Rewards hadn't dropped yet, and I was still getting around 1500 coins per game thanks to the coin boosts we unlocked from the EAFC catalogue in part 1. You'll see after the gameplay that it paid off big time doing the squad building challenges. My pack luck for once didn't all include goalkeepers. If you're stuck for a solution to a squad builder challenge, you can check on Futbin, the website, but my advice is to use Futbin as a guide only for where you need green links and where you need soft links, where you could get away with a player on low chemistry for example, or where you could use some low rated players. What tends to happen is people start to price fix the players, so the cheap solutions get expensive. You may have some untradables that you could use instead, or pack some players that have loyalty, rather than having to buy someone and play the 10 games with them. The next thing I'm going to try when FUT Champions has started is picking up players when rewards come out on a Thursday evening. Typically last year, this was when the players were at their cheapest, when there's lots of players opening packs. The cycle tended to go prices drop Sunday and are low on Monday as people offload their weekend league teams, and then prices gradually start to rise throughout the week and crash at around 7 o'clock on a Thursday when rewards drop. Then most expensive on Friday again and Saturday as people are buying their teams for FUT Champions and other casual players come online at the weekend. This week has also seen the first patch of the game. Goalkeepers have been buffed, shooting's been nerfed, the kit colours are back on the radar, as you may see at the bottom of this gameplay. Defending's a bit easier again. Basically the whole game feels a lot more like FIFA 17 now. Oh, lovely chip there as well. Yeah, people say that skill moves and dribbling isn't as effective since the patch, and the game does feel a lot more like last year's. You can see from the team I'm using, it's still pretty cheap, but I try to pick up 4 or 5 star skills and weak foots where I can. I find that with the weak foot, if you craft a chance, you really want a high probability of being able to take it. And defenders too, being able to clear the ball or make a tackle could make the difference in the game. I've got a couple of fullbacks playing at centre backs in my team currently. This is because of both price and pace. For example, Jeremy Mathieu was 4,000 coins, Sidibe was only 2,000, and with a cheap chemistry style like Sentinel, Sidibe was almost identical in stats, but with more pace and passing and on 7 chemistry. The downside with playing fullbacks though in the centre tends to be height and work rates. However, in this case, Mathieu was high attacking work rate too, and I think Sidibe is about 6 foot, so I'm not really concerned with playing him there. You'll see in the end I won this online seasons game quite comfortably. This was with my Portuguese / Liga NOS team. A lot of the players are picked up for 700, 800, 900 coins, or packed them. We've got that Brahimi as well, that's an 84 in form in this team, and I quite like it because there's a lot of 4 and 5 star skillers from Portugal, so it just tends to make the game more fun at this stage. So we finished there 8-1, and we have a quick look at the stats. Just deserved. 16 shots to 6, 10 shots on target to 3, more possession, more tackles, better shot accuracy, better passing accuracy. And we move into what we've sold, going through the trade pile, things we packed in previous episodes, and then we'll go on to look at the squad building challenges that are completed. The first one then was the 6 for the Hybrid Nations, and the reward for that was a premium gold pack. In that we pack nothing special, I don't think. A Turkish striker Yilmaz. I think I probably skipped through the pack here. It's not a great pack to get. Using that now as my away kit. A few more things sell on the trade pile. Then I managed to use those coins to purchase a Denmark player for the marquee matchups. I had a lot of the other players that I needed, but we get a jumbo gold, is it for that, and a premium gold players pack for completing the whole set. And we get an inform striker. Oh dear. He's going to end up straight on the transfer list. Rooney. We also get Draxler in the pack though, who's quite good, and of course I can always discard this Rooney for 10,000 coins. And next pack then. No boards or inform this time. It is a Premier League player though, Klaassen, so that's pretty good. Him and Raphael in the pack sell for a couple of thousand coins. So using players that are already in my club, made a little bit from that, nothing special though. And then onto the quads for Hybrid Nations. No big flair again. Brazilian Souza. And speaking of Brazilian, for the squad goals, I think is the next squad building challenge that I did. I went with a full 11 Brazilian team, 11 different leagues. Had to buy a couple of players for that in the end. I think it was the shiny rare ones. But you get a mega pack and a rare mega pack, which is a pretty decent reward for that one. So first pack, no boards, but it is French, and it's Anthony Martial. That is absolutely amazing. That's the best pull we've had so far. I was thinking of using him as a 7 chem striker for my French team, but he sells for 69,000 coins on open bid, so that is absolutely fantastic. And next group reward is another Frenchman and another one from the Premier League. This time it's Schneiderlin. Doesn't sell for as much as Marshall, but still pretty good, and pretty good when I've got a French team as well. Castro in the pack too. A few thousand coins there. So with all these extra coins, I went and completed the National Pride and Hybrid Nations. Bought a Premier League team. So I think it was 10 or 11 different nationalities for that one. And a rare mega pack and mega pack again is the group reward. And yet again, I think, is it this one? We get another Frenchman. Not Martial though, or Griezmann, or anyone that good, but is Jermaine, who I've actually started using, and despite his card stats not looking spectacular, I found him to be really good. Kalou in the pack as well. You've probably seen from the coin total that I sold Anthony Martial, and I picked up Antonio in the next pack, and as he sold, you can see the coin total went over 100,000 coins for the first time this FIFA. All my players and consumables continue to sell. That Rooney eventually sold, and I spent some of the profits on Danilo Pereira, who I was picking up for between 800 and 1100 coins for an 83 rated player. I thought was pretty good. I also picked up a couple of Pepes because he was the cheapest 86, and another Samasa for discard price, so I can't really lose with that. I can just discard him if I need the coins back. I've got one of Pereira and Pepe in my Portuguese and Liga NOS team now, and the others are on the transfer pile until they become more valuable. Now I'm up to 100,000 coins. I'm at the stage where I can start ones to watch investing. What happens here is players that are predicted to get an inform shoot up in price as their cards match their highest inform, and possibly this year also man the match cards. EA have said that additional cards will affect the one to watch cards. If a player scores in a match, his price typically rises as people try to jump in on the investment. So selling before a match or after a one to watch player scores is a great technique for making coins. After the match, if the one to watch player doesn't do anything, his cards tend to get dumped and become cheaper again. If he's predicted to get in the team of the week, his price will be high until the team of the week is announced on a Wednesday, at which point you'll either have a better version of the card or the player isn't in and people dump their investments, causing his price to go down again. So I picked up Traore and Hernandez to start with. Unfortunately Hernandez is injured right now, which is why he's so cheap, but so is Marcelo, so hopefully Hernandez will be back first. If there will be an SBC that requires a one to watch at some point, it might mean holding on to him for a bit longer, but I'm certain his price will go up at some point. The healthy coin total also means we can start having some draft entries. I want to play draft even though I've not won many times because I really want to try these icons out. Some of them look amazing. Being on PlayStation, we never had legends like Xbox, so it's all new to me being able to play with the likes of Pele and Vieira and so forth. So that better be the end of the video. We're getting on for 15-20 minutes now. I'm planning on releasing videos on this channel around 5:30 on a Monday from now on. I might save some drafts for weeks that I don't play, so there'll still be some content. And thanks everyone for watching. Cheers.